to remember that they're the creators of their lives instead of the victim of their lives, right? So the victim is saying, I'm feeling this way because that person or that circumstance, or I don't have any money, is causing me to feel this way. That's my relationship with money. What that really means is I'm using my lack to reaffirm my dependency, my addiction, my conditioning. That's my relationship with money, is that I put my attention on money because I don't have it. So their relationship with money is, of course, built on lack. And so when they don't have it, they feel bad. And what they're really saying is, my outer environment, my reality is actually controlling the way I feel and the way I think. So, Lewis, why are you in a good mood today? Things are going good. Why in a bad mood? Things are going bad today. So this unconscious program of victimization is saying that we're allowing our environment to influence the way we feel and the way we think. Isn't that?
Love her.
And then do they dislike the other ones? Is that a thing in Jane Austen studies? Like, if you love Persuasion and Pride and Prejudice and hate Emma, or is it the other way around? Do you love Emma and hate the other ones?
I think that a true Austen lover is going to love them all. But you probably hate Emma because she's a bit kind of full of herself, uppity, know-it-all. And some people are drawn to a character like that, inexplicably.
I love know-it-alls. You know better than anybody that I love know-it-alls. But no, I don't like Emma because it's weird. At the end, she kind of marries her father figure. That's why I don't like that novel. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. But he is kind and good and so much more emotionally mature than, say, Mr. R.C. Darcy.
Okay, well, we can get into this. Now, listen, tell me, what is the importance of this house and what am I going to see?
This is the house where it's generally accepted that Jane Austen was happy and productive and finally sort of settled in life after quite an itinerant journey through life. And here she wrote her
addiction, when the body says no, the cost of hidden stress and scattered minds, the origins and healing of attention deficit disorder. Now, today we're talking about his new book called The Myth of Normal, Trauma, Illness, and Healing in a Toxic Culture. And we have the link to this in the notes. I want you to go and order this book right now. It is going to blow your mind. The insights of this individual about what we're going through as a culture and a society are going to be really powerful. So the book is called The Myth of Normal, Trauma, Illness, and Healing in a Toxic Culture. Please welcome to the show, Dr. Gabor Mate. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, it's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
I love sitting down with people who are deeply immersed and obsessed with ideas and observing human behavior. I admire obsession deeply and admiration deeply, and I admire
Today, we're going to talk about the science of tools for fat loss. Today's episode is mainly going to be focused on how the nervous system, neurons, and some of the cells they collaborate with, like glia and macrophages, how those encourage or can encourage accelerated fat loss, because it turns out they can. Remember, your nervous system, which includes your brain and your spinal cord and all the connections that they make with the organs of the body, governs everything. The nervous system and the role of the brain and other neurons has been vastly overlooked in the discussion about losing fat. Now, I would be remiss, and I'd probably come under a pretty considerable attack if I didn't just acknowledge up front a core truth of metabolic science and also of neuroscience, frankly, which is that calories in versus calories out, meaning how many calories you ingest versus how many calories you burn, is the fundamental and most
everything for me is supposed to be easy. And this is what's so devastating about it, is when things are supposed to be easy for you, how does that make you feel when they're hard? Because everyone's telling you, hey, life is supposed to be easy. You got the golden ticket. You're playing life on easy mode. It's devastating. Because failing at life is one thing, but failing at life on easy mode destroys who you are. Destroys your capacity for self-love. So what do we do about this? So the first thing to understand is that sometimes people who are